Well, we are showing great strides in handling the pandemic with vaccinations, continued mask wearing, and social distancing. But some areas of our community are still suffering, and we're learning that blood supply is critically low. So low, as a matter of fact, that some Southern California hospitals are canceling surgeries. Here to discuss this immediate and serious concern is Dr. Rick Axelrod, CEO and Medical Director of LifeStream. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for having us bring out this appeal to our audience and viewers, because it really is a dire situation. I think COVID fatigue is hitting folks, and we're thinking everything is a green light to go ahead. But there is so much concern, particularly with our Southern California hospitals. So let's discuss that.
Sure. So we've had a challenge in being able to collect enough blood to meet the needs of the hospitals ever since the COVID pandemic has hit. High schools and colleges, which represent about 20% of the blood we collect, have been closed throughout the pandemic, and we've lost over 5,000 units of blood on these blood drives that we're able to collect. And so we've really been struggling to make sure that we can collect enough blood to meet the needs of the hospitals.
And of course, Doctor, there are particular requirements needed to donate blood. So why don't you share those requirements?
Sure. So the first thing I want people to know is there's no upper age limit to donate. So if you're in your 70s or your 80s and you're healthy and active, you are absolutely allowed to be a blood donor. Some people actually self-defer because they think they're too old to donate. We do have a minimum age to donate, and that's 15 years old. If you're 15 or 16, you do need parental consent. But if you're 17 or older, you don't need any consent. And for any blood donor, you have to be at least 115 pounds.
That's great. Well, and I know you recommend that really we're able to give it 3 times a year, right? It's not like it's just a one and done, that if you're in good shape and you meet all those requirements, you can in fact donate 3 times a year.
Well, actually, you can donate more than that.
Oh.
So I'm glad you mentioned that.
Okay.
You can actually donate blood at least 6 times a year. And what we would like is for people to donate at least 3 times a year. So what I'd like to ask anybody who's watching is, however many times you donated in 2020, make a pledge to donate at least 1 more time than you did the year before. If we had an average donation per donor in the Coachella Valley of 3 donations per donor, we would actually have more than enough blood to supply the hospitals and 100% of their needs.
Wow, that's terrific. And I presume at some point you're going to be able to start being able to do your blood drives again, because as I said, we are starting to get some tiers opening up as far as our COVID compliance.
That's correct. And particularly the high schools and colleges are what we're waiting for. We actually are running blood drives now, but they're actually very small. But I want anyone who's listening to understand that coming in to donate blood is very safe, and the risk of getting COVID is almost 0. Everyone has to be masked. Our donors and our employees are all masked. We take your temperature before you enter the facility or the blood drive to make sure that you don't have a temperature. If you do have one, we would ask you to leave the premises. We have everything social distance, 6 foot apart, and we sanitize all the equipment, all the donor chairs, everything we use between each donor. So it's important for people to understand that it actually is a very, very safe process to come and donate blood.
That's fantastic. And tell our viewers where they can go for more information and locations where they can donate.
Sure. So they can go to lstream.org. That's the best place to go. And just click on Donate Blood, and it'll tell you all the places you can donate blood. You can donate at any of our donor centers in the Coachella Valley. We have one in Rancho Mirage and one in La Quinta, or you can donate at any of the blood drives. So if you put your zip code in, it'll tell you those blood drives and those donor centers that are nearest to you that make it easy for you to donate. And then once you identify that, you can schedule your own appointment to donate blood.
Well, that's excellent. You're making it very easy. There's almost no reason to not do it. So thank you so much, Dr. Axelrod. We really appreciate what you're doing for our community, and hopefully our viewers will hear the appeal and get out and donate blood.
I really appreciate that. And just to let everyone know, it's really the simple act of kindness that donating a unit of blood, you can save up to 3 lives, and that's really important.
Wow, that's a powerful message indeed. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.